Arby deck, yeah. Second floor tour, Riverside project. So, before we get up there, just wanted to point out down here at the landing, remember, we got a 2-foot full width utility chase happening back there. If you don't remember seeing it before we drywall, go back, check out some of those older videos on the Riverside playlist, and you get to see all of the stuff that is behind that wall. Pretty amazing. We got a beautiful window here. You can see one of our EAS windows, triple glazed Schuco window here, filling that stairwell up with light. Come up at the top of the stairs, we have one of our secondary bedrooms here. We have our egress window there. We have a nice big closet here. Not a whole lot of magic. We just have a nice, probably on the order of about 13-foot square. And then we do have a door here that is a secondary door. So during the night, you can close the door to the public bath and basically use this as a little junior suite. Vanity toilet, tub there. We have a nice little tub niche. We're pre-planned there for our medicine cabinets. You can see here we have an access panel that gets us into that 2-foot utility space. And then of course we have the secondary suite here. Some beautiful windows. Pretty obvious why we call it the Riverside project. A nice beautiful view of the river. Nice beautiful view down the river here, especially in the winter time when all the greenery isn't grown in. You can see literally right down the long axis of that river. Coming in here, a couple things. Remember, we framed the whole house with engineered studs. We did a 2x4 staggered stud wall on a 2x8 plate for all of our exterior walls. For all of our interior walls, it's a mix of 2x4 and 2x6. Obviously, cased opening here. On our non-cased openings, drywall return, we used a Trimtex round over piece of trim. Our secondary bathroom here, obviously shower with a really nice, generous niche there, toilet. Vanity space here. We have it set up for our medicine cabinets. We have our Schuco UPVC, or actually these are Schuco aluminum, not their UPVC. These are the aluminum windows. They're sourced through a company, European Architectural Supply. I call them EAS. They're up here in the Northeast. All the components are in fact Schuco. The IGU, or insulated glazing unit, is made by a company, Saint-Gobain, in Europe. And a couple of things I wanted to call out here. Center of glass, 0.1, so basically R10 for the glazing. The U factor is 0.16, so that's what, probably somewhere around R6.5, something like that. And then the visual transmittance, that's really the key here. We're able to get down to that 0.16, but still maintain a 0.74 on the visual transmittance. And the visual transmittance, to put it very plainly, is it's kind of the sunglass effect that the glass would have, right? 1.0 would be absolutely clear, see-through without any films, without any change between having the glass, not having the glass. So, but a lot of times, to get down to like 0.2 or better, you'll see that number get down around 0.5 or even below, which is, starts turning the windows into sunglasses. Which, I've done some houses where we've been in that 0.52 visual transmittance. The reality is if all the windows are that, you never really pick up on it because you don't have anything to compare them to. Whereas if I did this window in 7.4 and that window in 5.2, then you would have some comparison. But you can see here, these numbers drop. When you go down to a fixed unit here, you can see that 0.16 is now 0.13. So we're climbing into like our 7.5-ish in our value there. And the reason for that is we have that 1.0 center of glass, but here it's a fixed unit with very little frame relative to the ratio of glass, right? That window over there is a lot more frame, less glass. So the frames are the bad part of the window thermally. As we walk out here, we'll come around to my favorite room of the house. Yeah, the upper office. So, I don't know if I've ever been in a room with a better view. So, just absolutely gorgeous. We have this nice big picture window down the long axis of the river. We have this whole panoramic view here across the river, you know, to the marshy portion of it, and then obviously the woods behind, all kinds of wildlife, you know, coming down into the river there all throughout the year. I know the site super for the contractor was saying there was a big beaver that would spend his time swimming across there all winter long. So anyways, that's the second floor tour, Riverside project. I'm Steve Basic Architect, and that's my tour. Until next time, long live our buildings.